Apologies for taking time away, but here we go, we're back. Move jobs now, we'll have a lot more time for more frequent episodes. Starting with the main man, local legend Biffa. Here we go, let's get into it. Biffa, how are we getting on?
Yeah, I'm all good, mate. I'm just recovering from a new knee. I'm 5.5 weeks in, so I'm up and about, getting on with it now. So
Fair
hopefully
play.
nearly recovered.
Up, go well.
Todd, mate, yeah, it went really well, mate. Like you say, I've seen the physio a few times, seen the back at the physio and the surgeon next week. So hopefully they give me the all clear to start going back to work and that. So
Fair play. Were you off your feet for a while, were you?
not really, mate. I had
No.
the operation on the 13th of December. I had it about 9:30 in the morning. And I was back in the room by 11:30, and they get you on your feet straight away. So in a few hours, I was back on my feet on crutches and that, and then I was back home the next day, like you say, and then a couple of weeks later, I'm off the crutches. I've been off crutches for about 3 weeks now, so
Fair play.
not
So
too bad.
didn't miss many games, still went on the touchline lot.
I missed the Ainsbury game the day after the operation, which the boys won. So that was a good fillet for me, sort of thing, get me back going and that. And then I missed the game the following Saturday because I would have gone if it had been a home game, but we were playing away to Histon and it would have been uncomfortable in the car for an hour, sort of thing, sitting there. So, but then I was at the game on the Boxing Day, so I've missed 2 games out of. And the good thing is the weather's been rubbish in it, so there's been a couple of games called off as well. So I've only missed 2 games. So
Ah, fair play, fair play. Obviously, then for them that don't know, I mean, I'm sure everyone does know, but obviously, manager at Bugbrooke there now. Um, Obviously, after leaving Cogenhoe in the summer, was you scratching around for long, or were you eager to get back in? Or
it was nice to have a bit of a break because I had a couple of holidays booked and things like that, like in June, in August, sort of thing. And then I had my lad's wedding in September, so it was quite good that I didn't have to miss football to like do these things and that, like with the family and that. But then once I got them out of the way, I was starting to get back into it. I'm still watching games and that.
yeah,
I
yeah.
was doing like just rather than Mrs. don't want me in the house on a Saturday or a Tuesday night. You know what I mean? Sort of thing. She moans like hell. So yeah, I was just getting out, looking like at local clubs still be Bugbrooke I watched a few times. Uh, Whitworth, Chenix, just where I didn't have to
Getting
travel and
around.
watch games and things like that. And then people put, oh, why are you here? You like after that job and things like that. No,
Yeah,
you're just getting out to watch games of football.
yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I
That's
mean? And,
it, man.
and then just in case you do get offered a job, you say, no, wonder how these play if we ever play against these or other teams playing against. Like, I want to watch, like, Silby against rugby in Chenix because I knew, like, some of my old players had gone to rugby, some had gone to Chenix. So it was just nice to catch up with them, say what they were doing and things like that. Same as the book when they were playing, lads that I'd known had gone to other clubs, just go and catch up with them.
Yeah, nice. Was there many offers like once you obviously before you signed at Bugbrooke there when before you
Yeah,
had the time off?
I had a couple of going like an assistant managers and coach and things like that, but I wanted to still be a manager sort of thing. I didn't want to go as an assistant manager at step five. No disrespect to step five. I think I'm good enough to do manager's job at step five.
Yeah.
But if I told these clubs and these people that if I was going to go back an assistant manager or a coach, I would have gone higher again. Like when I was at Diamonds with Peaksy and people like that. But I just thought I wanted to stay with my coaching staff. I got like Bats, Nathan, and Ryan. We get on well and we coach well, and I just wanted to stick together. And we wanted to wait for the right opportunity to get into a club there.
Fair play. Peaks, he didn't give you a little offer there at Tamworth then, no?
Nah, they're doing really well, mate. I could have gone like when he
Right.
first got the job, but due to my work circumstances and things like that. But yeah, he's got a great coaching staff with Shams and Tim and his other staff with him. And look what they're doing. They're
Yeah,
doing
no.
great things, aren't they?
Fair play to him. He's just been offered a full-time contract there as well, hasn't he?
Yeah, I think he starts next week, February, sort of thing. Yeah, so be able to give up his job. It's like you say, I speak to him regular, and it's a tough task. And if you're part time, the travelling you're doing and things like that. And I think we've got a game tonight. I think we're playing Leeds in the 23s in that EFL National Cup or whatever it is. So they've played Newcastle in that. They've played Sunderland in that. So what great games to have.
100%, yeah. How do you feel about like obviously they drew 0-0 with Spurs after the 90 minutes? About the replays there, do you reckon they've been done
I'm a
how
bit of a
by them?
traditionalist. I think you should get a replay,
Yeah, 100%, yeah.
but I just think you keep hearing now, oh, they should be able to swap the ties. I don't agree with that. I think Tamworth had the biggest chance of an upset on the Sunday, which they nearly got, didn't they? The 90 minutes. But then as soon as it went to extra time and Tottenham brought on two or three of the big guns, it was always going to pan out. Tamworth's best chance was 90 minutes. I think if you're going to do that, go straight to penalties. Get rid of the extra time, go straight to penalties.
Yeah, that'd be fair enough, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Obviously, Kettering and Harbour went the same way, didn't they? After,
Yeah, yeah. But like you
so
said, the local clubs in the area of like Kettering, like I know Lavy well. He's done a really good job. Mitch is doing a superb job at Harborough. It just puts the county on the map. When people say, "Oh, like Diamonds, Kettering, Harborough, play like that," but if they're all doing well, the county's doing well. If football puts the county on the map.
it does, yeah, of course, of course. Obviously, Bugbrooke, then you took them. They were in a bit of a bad way when you took over.
Yeah, we're
Um,
not much better now, to be fair.
but
No, but
you had a good start, didn't you, coming in? And I think was
yeah,
it the
we had a
first
good
three or
start.
four games you won?
You always get that manager's bounce, don't you, sort of thing. Thing is, there's some talented boys there, and that's what I told them when I first met them on the Tuesday night. There's some talented boys there, and hopefully give them a bit of direction. But it's always tough coming in. What 3 months, it was middle of October when we come in, so you've missed pre-season, then you've had August, September, half of October. So it's always going to be a tough ask to come in, get them to play how we want to play, get our ideas across. It's getting there slowly. Like you say, talented bunch of boys. We just got to keep pointing them in the right direction. The application, the attitude from the players have been superb, to be fair. I've
Yeah,
had to bring two or three in, and it's always tough to bring certain players that'll help the squad in during the season because they disrespect the like Bugbrooke and people like that. The budgets are never going to be as big as some of the other clubs in that league. So you have to do the coaching, which me and my staff are probably that's our strengths realistically, our coaching strengths, and that's what we do quite well. And we train the boys work really hard on the training pitch, and it's just getting them to keep doing it what we're doing.
yeah, fair play. Obviously, when the former gaffer left, was there many lads that went with him, or he's pretty much got the same squad there?
Now I've got near enough the same squad. A couple have gone like through their own not getting into the squads or other things. I've brought players in their positions, which you get lads want to play football, but I would say 95% of the squad is still the same squad, which I've added like 4 or 5 to that I needed to, that I got told from people within the club that they needed strengthening. So that's why I've gone and strengthened. I still need to strengthen in 2 or 3 areas to complement the players we've already got to just make us better.
Nice. Obviously, so what did you change? Was it just training that changed really when you went in, or
I
what
don't
was
know,
going
like you
wrong?
say, I know Nash, I know Ben, like you say, I don't know how they go about it. That's not my concern. I'll just go in and how I would expect standards to be, and I told the lads standards should be. This is how high they should be. This is what I expect. This is what my coaches staff expect. And if them standards drop, then they can have a pop at us as well. And that's on the training pitch, and I expect that off the players as well. Timekeeping, things like that. And like you say, we just had to raise standards a little bit. I don't know if it's what the standards were like. I just coming in expected what I wanted to do and train them how I want us to play. But it's tough because certain players can't really play that way, so we have to change that slowly.
Fair play. Obviously, then game on Saturday, it was a vital win, wasn't it? Got Manchester bottom of the league.
Yeah,
Uh,
we needed that win. Like you say, it was more comfortable than it was. To be fair, the result it should have been a lot. We missed a lot of chances first half. I think if we'd have come in at 3-4 nil up at half time, God Manchester couldn't have grumbled. But we didn't. And then when you get to 0-0 and you've missed 3 or 4 good chances, you think, you know what it's like, mate? It's going to be one of them days they're going to get a breakaway and score. I was a bit disappointed that the boys at half time told them that. Let's say the performance weren't bad. It was just the chances we'd missed and said you've got to be more clinical. And then second half went 1-0 up, cruised a little bit. Then we switched off, letting them back in the game one each. And then we just like put our foot down a bit, made a couple of subs. One of the subs come on and scored. Like you say, and we won the game comfortably in the end.
yeah. No, fair play. Obviously, a big three coming. So you got three away from home now. Obviously, Lutterworth, Dav, and then Rugby, Borough. There's two tough games in there, aren't there?
And
And I mean,
all, like you say, they're all tough. Lutterworth's a horrible place to go. Not knocking Lutterworth, they're a really good side. I think, like you say, they've got some really good players. Always tough to go to Lutterworth, whether it's a Tuesday night or Saturday. So that's tough. Dav are flying at the minute, especially in the Vars, knocking on the playoffs doors. So Jamie will want to beat us to keep in them playoffs. And then Rugby are going for the title, aren't they? Realistically, but they've lost. They lost last week to Histon. 2-1. So we only lost 1-0. Sorry, we only lost 2-1 away to Histon. So we've got nothing to be frightened of. Just go and have a go at these teams. Get in the front foot and go and have a go.
have you? I presume you've seen. loads of these teams. Is there anything there you could, don't give it away, but any weaknesses in the teams that you could exploit there? Have you got your game plan?
Yeah, we'll have game plans. I get everybody watched 2 or 3 times. Got a scout that goes and watches games and that. So I will have my plans. We'll train them weeks leading up to that. But like you say, we'll take the Lutterworth game to start with. We'll train Thursday in preparation for that. The boys have got a training plan that they're doing tonight, and they have to send me and everything, send me in bats, so we know they've done it. And then we'll train properly Thursday, ready for Lutterworth, and then we haven't got a game the following Saturday, so we'll probably train on the Thursday and the Saturday that week uh, in preparation to play Dav. And then, like you say, and then it's a quick turnaround to play rugby on the Wednesday, so we won't do much training towards that, but we'll have plenty of prep on them.
Fair play. What was your sort of ambition? Obviously, you're at the wrong end of the table at the minute, but coming into the club, what was you thinking there? Is it just sort of stay up, or was it a bit early to
You
say
want
that?
the thing is stay up. That's the first thing. Stay up, keep them in the club, keep them in the league. Sorry, and then get ready for next season and build. We want to try and finish as high as possible. Dale and Pauli done a brilliant job the last few years. Gotten to, like top 10 or near enough, knock on the top 10, and that was the aim. Really, can we get as close to that top 10 as we can? Maybe a little bit away at the minute, but I think if we get on a good run, we can really knock on that top 10 as well, sort of thing. But like you say, first thing is get enough points, stay up, and then whatever happens after that happens.
What's your long-term plans there? Are you looking beyond the end of the season? Are you
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
thinking?
I'm looking to go next season. I'm all like you say. I spoke to Dale earlier, who I've appointed as director football, if that's what he wants to call himself. But we know the basis of a squad's there, and it's just adding them three, four, five maybe to kick on and push us on to that, like knock on the playoff door. Because Bugbrooke are only a village side. You
Yeah,
compete against the likes of St Neots, who are a town, Daventry, who are a town, Histon, who are a town, who are all going to have big budgets, and we have to do the best we can with what we got.
yeah, yeah. No, obviously you brought your own staff in as well, like you said. Back to you mentioned, he was with you at former clubs as well. How important is he to the way you play and the way you
Massive,
train?
massive, because we work really well together. Like you said, we're not just like we work together at the like for a long, long time together. We trust each other. You've got to have that trust, like you said about Pixie. If you speak to him, you've got to have your trust in your backroom staff.
Yeah,
I trust him. If, like you say, I wasn't there for a couple of games, but trusted him, trusted Nath, trusted Ryan. Dale stepped in to help on the touchline as well. Like when I weren't around and that, you got to have that trust. I can leave him to do a training session if I go and watch a game,
yeah,
or
yeah.
watch a player, or need to go and do something else regarding the club. I know for a fact the training will be spot on. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's massive, massive.
Good. Obviously, yeah. Now, best of luck the rest of the season. So we'll see you climbing that table, top gaffer. So, no concerns there. Um, we mentioned a former club there. We'll just dip into that if that's all right. Obviously, it was a shame to see Cookno go start of the
Yeah,
season.
yeah, massive. Like you say, we planned. We kept the majority of the squad that it finished like just below mid-table, sort of thing. We're disappointed how the season ended because, like you say, last 6 games we didn't do particularly well. A lot of injuries. Season caught with the young boys. That's no excuses. We should have finished a lot higher. But we kept the majority of that squad. I think 95% of that squad was staying. I'd spoken to five, six that were willing to come in, 2 or 3 from step four as well, who would have made us a lot better. And the target would have been the playoffs or pushing the playoffs again for another little club like Cookno. And it was just disappointed the day we were going into pre-season, got told the club was folding realistically. So
So I was looking into this earlier. So I found a Cron article there where it sort of said you walked away.
yeah,
Was
I
it?
come back. I'd gone on holiday and got told that, like you say, I can't speak to what went on too much. The club was meant. Waggy wanted to step down, which is his right. It's his club. He wanted to get rid of it, and not a problem with that. I think he'd spoken to for 3, 4 people. I'd spoken to people that wanted to take over the plans and things like that. And then I went away on holiday, and I got told, "Don't worry about it. Everything will be sorted the week you come back from holiday." Come back from holiday, I think on the Friday or the Saturday. Rang Derek, right, and said, "Oh, Derek, somebody going to be out in the club tonight for training. Boys are in." So this was at 2 o'clock. He says, "No point, no point. The club hasn't been took over. It's just the club's gone, sort of thing." So I said, "All right, there's no point me doing And he said, "Do you want to take the clubs, the lads, to Abington Park or things like that?" I said, "I can explain that to the boys. We can't train at the club." So I said, well, "I might as well step down, and then what happens, happens," sort of thing. Because all the committee had stepped down, like Derek, John, Nashi, people like that, had all stepped down. So if there weren't no committee, then there's no point me being there either.
No. I see, obviously, so 2 days after you sort of stepped down, all that article come out anyway in the Cron. Obviously, it was announced on Facebook that they had resigned from the UCL. Um, Obviously, that post is still up, and I've seen there's comments on it, and there's some hostile comments on it as well. Um, I think most people are angry that there was never really an explanation given.
Yeah, like you say, I can't comment on that, mate. That's down to other people who what they put, and like you say, Cookner, like you say, has been a club for donkey's years, and there's been some brilliant people involved in it. And I just feel for the likes of Derek, like you say, Nashi, John, the supporters. They weren't a massive supported club, like you say, 50, 60 people, but it gave them something to do on a Saturday and a Tuesday night. I mean, there's one man like Martin. I'm not going to comment on his family stuff, but a lot going on in his life. He used to be at the ground every day, just giving himself a break from his life, sort of thing. He ain't got that now anymore, sort of thing. So it gives people purpose in their life, doesn't it? Like if you're a pensioner and you go and watch your local club and there's nowhere to go all of a sudden, it's just disappointing. I just
Yeah.
hopefully they get took over eventually because you know what Cookner is like, mate. It's always a family oriented club. You're always welcome there. Great people around there, and I just hope somebody eventually gets in and takes over it again.
Do you much contact there with obviously John and Derek, especially
Well, it's funny.
from the
Derek's had his knee replaced 6 weeks before me, so we've
really?
been like pushing each other on a journey. Like every day we text each other,
Yeah,
How you getting
nice.
on? Blah de
Yeah,
blah." Like you said, I know Derek's a bit older than me. Some days are good, some days are not so good for the pair with, and we're just helping each other along. Him and John were at our game last Tuesday night at Rushton, so I managed to speak to John and
nice.
Derek then, sort of thing. And like you say, we text each other and that. And we've got a little group chat, like old committee members and that. We went out for a meal like August time one Saturday night. We went like a couple of beers on Welly Road and then had an Indian on the Welly Road. And we
Nice.
said we'll do that again once me and Derek are up and about properly, sort of thing. So yeah, you say we are keeping in touch. I've seen Nashi a couple of times in Chenix because I think he's helping out a little bit there, which gives him something to do. But yeah, people have things to do, haven't they? So
Yeah, nah, fair play. Obviously, I mean, I can't comment. I mean, great people every time I've been up there, have always been welcome. So you were a part of that. So was John and Derek as well, especially. So yeah, real good club. It's sad to see it go, isn't it?
yeah, very sad, mate. Like you say, people have their reasons why they've done this and why they've done that. And like you said, that's down to them to make that statement. I can't say it. I can just comment on things I know.
Do you reckon that sort of explanation will ever come out? Obviously, it can't come from yourself, but do you reckon it will come out what the
But
issue was with the
probably
club?
not. Probably not.
No.
Not a main sort of thing. Probably not. Like you say, there must be reasons why it's happened. Like you say, I know there's a couple of kids teams up there still, and hopefully they're doing all right. I haven't really checked how the kids teams are doing on. Hopefully they're doing okay. Like you say, because we want Cookney United to be a force in Northamptonshire football again. Like I said, you want the local clubs doing well. You've had Spencer go where I played and coached and things like that. Now you've got Cookney going. Two of the biggest clubs that were in the area at the time are both non-clubs anymore. So now you've got the likes of Chennick's got to step up, Bugbrooke have got to step up, Silby got to step up, and hopefully, like you say, all three good clubs, all three well-run clubs, hopefully they just carry the can for the county and them kind of areas.
Yeah. So my lad playing for Chenix there now. That's a great club. Love it every time we go down there. Sylvie as well. Always welcome there. I mean, Northamptonshire football, there might be a rivalry there, but it's always great people. You're always welcome wherever you go. I mean,
Yeah,
it's thriving
you've
at the
got to be
minute.
like that. You got to want to beat each other, but you also got to look after each other as well. I think, like you say, you want the clubs to do really well, and I always say that. Always want your local clubs to do well because if, say, Silby have had a good FA Cup run or FA Vars run, or Chennick's had a really good one this year, then they got as far as they've ever got. It's good for the county, and,
Yeah.
so, and that pushes like Damon's on, Kettering on, like you say, Corby, all them, because it helps the Step Five sides if the higher leagues are doing well, because you might get some of their lads on loan and things like
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
who won't get in games, and it may help you out now and again. So it helps you.
Are you still doing? I mentioned diamonds there. Are you still doing your diamonds 18s?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Doing the scholarship, yeah, still doing that,
Yeah.
mate. Yeah,
I mean, you had a
Still
great year
doing
last
that.
year, didn't you? Was
Yeah,
it
yeah, we did.
the
They did well. They're doing all right this year as well. Doing all right this year. Not, I wouldn't say it's as strong this year, but they're still doing all right. Like you say, they got. I think they got a semi-final or quarter-final tomorrow or Thursday. Sorry. So yeah, Thursday night they got a semi-final or quarter-final. Sorry, and then yeah, they're doing all right. They're doing all right in the league. They're doing all right in the cups. Doing all right in the National League. So yeah, doing okay.
am I right saying you won a double last year? Is that right?
Yeah, they did do the double. Yeah,
Yeah,
they did do the double, and then like you say, I think we lost to Bugbrooke in two finals as well. So
yeah,
it was
yeah.
quite a win for me, sort of thing. Where I am now, sort of thing. Bugbrooke got always got a good youth setup. There's always been a good rivalry the last few years with Damers and Bugbrooke.
I was
Like you
over on
see,
that the last final. I come over for that one. That was
yeah, they
where
won quite easily. We didn't turn up that night. They played really well that night, Bugbrooke, to be fair.
a good team. Obviously, Billy Panther. He's gone over to America now, and he. I know
Yeah,
Louis
Billy.
really
Yeah,
well as well.
Billy. Like you say, he was back and he come training with us a couple of times when he was back. Uh, so yeah, he's a good lad. I've kept in touch with him that quite a lot. He's a really good lad. Like you say, and they had Romeo who was with us as well. He's a really good young player. Got a lot of talent. Went to Diamonds. Like you saying, didn't work out there from. He's gone to Chenix now, sort of thing. But yeah, really good young player. They've got some good players, mate. They had some really good players, but so did Diamonds. Diamond Scholarship always had some good players as well.
Can we see any of your Diamonds lads getting into that Bugbrooke team anytime
Yeah,
soon?
well, Lewis Brooks is playing for me at the minute.
Yeah,
He'd already gone there before I got there. He scored on Saturday. It was probably his best performance since we've come in. Like you say, I've known Lewis for a long time. He was at the Damon's Academy a couple of years younger than my group when I was there. His brother played for me, Owen. But Lewis, yeah, Lewis played really well Saturday. Midfielder, can play at the back as well, but been playing in midfield and did really well Saturday. Scored a header, put us 1-0 up. So yeah, it was really good.
yeah, nice, nice. Any more coming in the future, or you got any
At the minute,
earmarks to
no.
get in
At the
there?
minute, no. Because, like you say, it's the youngest team in anyway. But I need a couple of older heads, like you say, just to calm us down. Because we've been in majority of the games, for Hinkley away and Nirvana, where we had like you say, everything that went wrong could have gone wrong that day. But uh, I just need a couple of older heads, like you say. We've lost 3-2s, 2-1s, always in every game, and we just need a couple of older heads sometimes to calm us down.
Yeah, no, fair play. Have you got anyone? I mean, don't give me any names, but any ideas of who you're looking to sign there to cover them
Uh,
roles?
I've put a 7 day in this week for a player. Don't want to say who because I can't speak to him
Uh,
until that 7 days up. But I'm also speaking to a couple of other clubs about getting some dual regs as well from high league sort of thing
yeah,
who need minutes and that. Like you say, it's tough to get players in at this time of year unless you've got a massive budget and you can offer them silly money because a lot of them, like you say, happy at the clubs or and they wait until the summer. Which I've spoken to a few players. They said, "Oh, summer's different."
yeah,
Now they're happy where they are. Some of their clubs are going quite well. They're still in like cups. They're still in doing well for the league. So I have to wait until the summer to get these players in.
yeah. No, fair play, fair play. Yeah, it sounds like it's going well at Bugbrooke. I mean, obviously you're enjoying it there, back in football.
Yeah, exactly. It's a good club, man. Like you say, I've been there before, played there and that sort of thing. So really good committee. There's no, they don't give you any pressure. They don't interfere with you. You just come in and do your job. Like you say, we expect to be better. I expect to be better. My coaches expect to be better. My players know they expect to be better as well. Everybody's saying the same thing. Everybody's saying the same thing. The group's really good. Can't knock the group. Attitude's superb.
Oh, fair play. Obviously, you mentioned you played there. Obviously, you've been around. Who was what's your favourite football memory that you from your playing days?
What at in Northamptonshire?
Well,
God,
wherever.
God knows, mate. Like you say, probably getting scouted as a 15-year-old boy. What you're saying for Northampton, really, is
Yeah.
you're living in Newcastle and then you get scouted and get offered a contract at a professional club. That's probably, like you say, any young boy wants to be a professional footballer, don't they?
So,
Sort
but
of thing.
obviously
So,
you are Geordie there. Is that why you come down to Northampton? Was it
yeah,
originally?
that's why I come down. Yeah, saying like Graham Carr was manager,
Yeah.
and there was a few we had like a lot of Geordies like in the squad, and a lot of Geordie had a lot of scouts up there, and then there was like me and Mickey Bell, a couple of the others from up there, come down together, sort of thing. So
What was it
like
like at that age, like relocating that far away?
it's tough. You leave school at the end of May, and you move back down. You move to Northampton a month later. It's tough, but it's good because it makes you grow up. You got to grow up. Some lads can't grow up. Some lads have to go home because they can't handle like the homesickness and things like that. But you just got to get on with it. You got if you want to be what you can be or what you wanted to be, then you got to get on with it.
Fair play, man. Um, I mean, that's some age to move away at 15, yeah.
Yeah, well, like, see, I got offered like other places, got offered Brentford and things like that, and for some reason I picked Northampton first because Graham Carr being a Geordie as well. Like you say, there was a lad that was I used to knock around with his. Well, I knew his sister; she was in the same school as me, and he went to the same school as me. But even though he was a few years older than me, he was a pro at Cobblers at the time. And he said, "Look, come down. It's a good club. It's a good place to live, and things like that." And you you do that, don't you? You know what I mean? You think, oh, it's quite homely. Load of Geordies here. We used to play North East South in training, sort of thing. So it was quite good.
A bit rough about that, didn't
Yeah, he's kicked Pixie and Matty Tarry, like
it?
the Northampton boys and things like that. No, we used to have, like you say, North East South in training. It was good.
Ah, fair play. So, obviously, for all the players you played with, can you, is there one player that stands out, best player you played with?
Uh, Lee Clark, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you say,
So,
he's what 300 odd Premier League appearances, things like that. And like you say, I played with a lot of good lads in Newcastle. Like I think my schoolboy team, like it's like City Boys. I don't know if Northampton have got a Northampton Boys or whatever. Somebody sent me a team sheet a few months back. I speak to lads quite a lot, like on social media, Twitter, and things like that. And I think out of the 16 that played in the semi final against Tranmere in some National Cup, um, 12 out of the 16 had got like professional clubs, sort of
oh,
thing. So
nice. Yeah,
it
yeah.
just proves what a good squad we had with like
Yeah.
Tommy Widrington, who's manager at Aldershot now. He went to Southampton and people like that. And other lads went to Ipswich. Two lads went to Ipswich. A couple went to Doncaster. A couple went like say Lee Clark, Newcastle, and people like that sort of thing. So we're a really good squad. So yeah,
Good times. Um, Obviously, you touched Newcastle there. Obviously, other than the Bournemouth result, they're flying at the minute, aren't they?
yeah, doing well. Like you say, Bournemouth was a sticky team. I don't think we've beat them
I
since
mean,
they come back
well,
in
they're,
the
they're
Prem.
flying anyway at the minute
No, I don't
still,
think
but
we. I
haven't
think they Liverpool and Bournemouth seem to be our bogey team. We just can't seem to beat them. We draw with them or lose to them, and that's what it seems to be with Bournemouth. And I said my lad went, my youngest lad, he went on Saturday, sort of thing. So and then I just didn't fancy us, sort of thing. You're always going to lose when you've won 9 on the trot. You're
they?
always going to lose eventually. Keep it for the semi final. I think beat Arsenal or not lose to Arsenal, and then we're in the
Yeah, yeah.
final. That's we've got to get a trophy. That's the aim. Get a trophy.
That'd be some achievement there for Eddie Howe, wouldn't it? Be that, I mean, that
Yeah,
manager
he's
to
doing
break
well,
that
mate. Like you
trophy.
say, the financial aspects doesn't help him. Like you say, we keep getting called with the richest club in the world, but we can't spend any money because of this
Yeah,
stupid ruling they bring out. Like you say, if I own a house and I want to build something on it, why shouldn't I be allowed to build on it?
yeah,
Same as
exactly.
football.
Yeah,
Why
yeah.
shouldn't you be allowed to spend any money? How can clubs be in billions pound worth of debt but still buy players? I don't get it. When you got no debt and you still can't buy players.
That's crazy, isn't it? Do you think, like Eddie Howe, obviously he's done really well at Newcastle. First of all, can he win you that trophy? And how far do you reckon he can take you? Do you reckon you get back in that Champions League?
I think if we can win a trophy this year, I like you say, whether it's Carabao Cup, we've got, like you say, one foot in the final, but it's going to be tough against Arsenal, even with 2-0 lead. But get to the final and then see what's about. I went to the last final, we just didn't show up against your lot. You know what
No.
I mean? We just didn't show up, and like you say, and then we played you a couple of weeks later and battered you, didn't we, at St James's? You know what I mean? It's just one of them. We just got to get a trophy. Like Man City, when they got took over, it was just winning their first trophy, and I think once you get that, all
Yeah,
of a sudden you kick on a bit like City did. But if you give me Champions League or trophy this year, I'll take trophy all day.
yeah, 100%. Yeah,
Like
like you
say,
say,
I
for
keep saying Arsenal fans, oh, we're finished third, we're getting the Champions League. I'd rather win the FA Cup or win Carabao Cup, wouldn't you?
yeah, yeah. People criticise the Carabao Cup, don't they? But if you're in a
I'm happy
final, you
for you,
want to
mate.
win it, don't
You
you?
look
And
at Ten
it's
Hag,
you
mate.
love
Yeah,
it.
you look at Ten Hag, gets criticised, but he's won 2 trophies. So we're more than Arteta has.
Yeah, nah, fair play. I think. Well, I don't know what's going on with United at the minute. Two performances against Liverpool and Arsenal, and then the way they played at Southampton and in Brighton on Sunday, shocking, man.
Just, just turn up when they want, don't they? That's the problem. They're just turning
Yeah,
up when they want.
yeah.
But it's
No,
not
good.
just like the manager you got now. You had it under Ten Hag, you've had it under Mourinho, you've had it under.
Yeah,
They've all said the same.
yeah.
Players are the problem. Players are the problem.
It is. It's the way it's gone. But yeah, well. can't see him coming back for a long time, to be honest.
Like you say, I've been watching. Like you say, we're being off. I've been watching a lot of like sport documentaries on like Netflix and things like that. I've been watching the New Zealand Rugby Union one.
Yeah,
They have a policy: no dickheads, no dickheads. That's the rule.
yeah,
And if they get any, like you say, the coaches go to the players and say, right, what about this lad you played against? And they'll say, no, he's a dickhead, and they don't put him in the squad.
yes.
You know what I mean?
Straight,
And it's
straight. Yeah.
that, and look how successful they are. So if it works for them, it must work for other people.
Must be, yeah, must be something in it. No, obviously, Biff, Flutterworth Saturday. You expecting a big performance from your lads?
Yeah, I am. Yeah, well, I'll expect. I've got, like you say, I've got a couple carrying knocks. One of the lads as well. His missus is in labour at the minute, so hopefully she gets through that all right, and he's okay for Saturday. But we just have to train Thursday, go with a point. If we come out with a point, we ain't lost anything. But if the 3 points are there, we're going to try and get them.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
100%. Good luck.
Yeah,
Obviously,
thank you, man.
best of luck, man. Like I say, I'm working away at the minute, but when I'm back in town, I will try and get to a game.
Yeah, please do, mate. Let me
So,
know.
yeah, I will do. Good man. Appreciate your time. Best
Thanks,
of luck for
George.
the rest of the season, and we'll catch you in the summer.
Right, cheers, pal. See you
Good
soon,
man.
mate. Yeah,
See you in a
cheers,
bit,
mate.
mate.
Bye.